Everything you believe about the world, about yourself, is an illusion, a carefully crafted deception designed to keep you trapped. This isn't a conspiracy theory, it's a fact. The greatest minds throughout history have known this, but the truth has been hidden from you. The Hindus call this illusion Maya, the veil that distorts reality. Plato illustrated it in his allegory of the cave, where prisoners, chained since birth, mistake shadows on the wall for reality. Now ask yourself, what if you're one of those prisoners? Worse yet, who benefits from keeping you in chains? The matrix exists, but it isn't made of machines or wires. It's constructed from ideas. Stories designed to control you. Go to school, get good grades, find a job, pay your bills, retire, die. That's the script. And if you dare question it, they call you crazy, irresponsible, a dreamer. Meanwhile, the system thrives on your distraction, exhaustion, and consumption. Social media feeds you nonsense. The news fills you with fear. You keep running on the hamster wheel, believing one day things will change, but that day never comes. If this truth has found you, it means you're ready to wake up. Deep down, you've sensed something isn't right. You feel an emptiness, an itch you can't scratch, a void that no amount of work, scrolling, or fleeting pleasure can fill. That emptiness is not a mistake, it's a call. Ancient civilizations knew this. The Egyptians, the Greeks, the shamans, the sages of the East. They warned that the material world is an illusion, and true awakening is the key to breaking free. But this wisdom was buried, replaced by a culture that denies anything that can't be measured or bought. The result? Millions living on autopilot, believing the grind is normal. But this isn't normal, and now that you see it, you can't ignore it. From the moment you wake up, your mind is already hijacked. You reach for your phone, scroll mindlessly, rush into your day, feeling a heaviness in your chest without knowing why. You repeat the same thoughts, the same worries, the same routine. Like a movie you've seen 1,000 times. You believe change will come, but it never does. And that's by design. Your mind is a pattern machine. It repeats what it knows. If you grew up hearing that life is hard, that money comes through suffering, that love leads to pain, those beliefs became embedded in your subconscious. You might dream of a different life, but something always pulls you back, because your mind equates familiarity with safety, even if that familiarity is pain, scarcity, and frustration. The worst part? You don't even realize you're keeping yourself trapped. Each time an old trauma resurfaces, you react the same way. Fear, anxiety, resentment. It's automatic, it's programmed, and that's how the victim narrative is born. The world hurt you, life was unfair, people betrayed you, opportunities passed you by. This silent mantra loops in your head, shaping how you see yourself. Your pain becomes your identity, and that identity becomes your prison. Because when you see yourself as a victim, you surrender your power. You believe control over your life lies in the hands of others, the government, the economy, fate. And as long as you believe that, you remain stuck. That's exactly how the system wants it. Victims don't create, they don't question, they don't change, they just survive. And when millions are merely surviving, trapped in routines, drowning in stress, scraping by, the system wins. The illusion of progress keeps everything running. Work harder, push more, chase success. But success never arrives. The finish line keeps moving. You earn to spend, to pay off debts that never end. You run and run but never move forward. They call it the rat race. Ever seen a hamster running in place, convinced it's getting somewhere? Look at your life. You work to pay bills that keep you locked in the same cycle. You chase happiness in weekend escapes, fleeting distractions, meaningless purchases, but the wheel keeps spinning and you stay exactly where you are. What happens if you stop? If you question the wheel? The system doesn't want you to. It keeps you entertained, exhausted, and convinced this is the only way. Because if you see the truth, the illusion crumbles. The greatest teachers of history tried to reveal this truth. Jesus, Buddha, Socrates, Hermes, Trismegistus, all delivered the same message in different ways. The world you see is not the real world. You are trapped in an illusion, but there is a way out. Jesus said, "The kingdom of heaven is within you." But people looked outside, in churches, temples, gurus, always searching for someone else to show them the way. The truth was always within. Buddha taught that suffering comes from the mind, that attachment, fear, and desire are invisible chains keeping you stuck in cycles of pain. But who really listened? Socrates questioned everything, stripping away illusions until only truth remained. Because real wisdom isn't about gaining knowledge, it's about unlearning everything you were programmed to believe. And Hermes Trismegistus, he said it plainly, "As within, so without." Meaning, your external world mirrors your internal state. Change your inner world and your outer world transforms. But these teachings were distorted, buried, erased. Because an awakened person is uncontrollable. Even sacred texts were altered. The Gospel of Thomas, one of the oldest texts linked to Jesus, contains words omitted from the official Bible. If you bring forth what is within you, what is within you will save you. If you do not bring forth what is within you, what you do not bring forth will destroy you. Everything you seek is already inside you, but they never wanted you to know that. Because the moment you realized the power was always yours, you stopped being a prisoner. Quantum physics has already confirmed what these masters knew. Reality isn't fixed. Observation changes it. Consciousness shapes the physical world. This isn't mysticism, it's science. The observer effect proves that perception influences reality, meaning your experience of life has always been under your control. But they never told you that. And even when you glimpse this truth, your greatest obstacle appears: your own mind. The moment you try to break free, the programming kicks in. This is nonsense. This isn't for me. What if I fail? These reflexive thoughts aren't you. They're conditioned responses designed to keep you in place. Here's the truth. You are not your thoughts. Your mind isn't a conscious entity. It's a survival mechanism, a pattern-based system reacting to past trauma and future fears. It keeps you trapped in time, reliving pain, anticipating suffering. But what if you could detach? What if you could observe your mind without getting lost in it? A disciple once asked his master, "My mind won't stop tormenting me. How can I be free?" The master pointed to a river. "Look, the water flows non-stop, but you are not the river. You are the observer. The problem is, you jump into the current and let it drag you. If you just watch, you'll see. The river keeps moving, but it doesn't take you with it. This is the key. Thoughts will come, but you don't have to be carried away by them. When you detach from your mind, you return to the present moment, the only reality that truly exists. Because the past, it's just a memory, the future, only an idea. Right now is all that's real. The matrix thrives on keeping you anywhere but here, busy, distracted, lost in time. But stop, breathe, feel this moment. This is the way out. You are the creator of your life, always have been. The only question is, are you ready to take back your power?